Good morning, mamas. It's Monday. Welcome to your week. Welcome to Mama Tribe Monday here at Sleeping Babies Happy Mamas, the day where we get to celebrate you and I get to give you just a few tips and tricks for how to care for yourself so that you can care for those sweet babies that you love so much and take so much energy. So today we're actually going to be talking about something that is very near and dear to my heart. I felt very pressed to talk about this after I had a breakfast with a new friend this week, and we were just talking about the stigma that surrounds this and the loneliness that surrounds this and the guilt and shame cycle that surrounds this. And so today we are going to be touching on postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety. I am going to share a little bit about my story personally and vulnerably with you because I truly am on a mission to end the thoughts that we have surrounding this, the thoughts that society has surrounding this. There are so many things that come to mind consciously or subconsciously when you even say the word depression, let alone postpartum depression. I know that in general, the moms that I talk to are wishing that they felt all the things they thought they were supposed to feel. The warmth and love and just sensitivity and tenderness towards their baby, which of course, we do have. But what a lot of moms end up feeling in that first month, usually by the second month, when you move on to week 4, week 5, week 6 of no sleep, we start to feel these other things like, why won't you sleep? Why do I have to bounce you all day long to get you to nap? I have to wear you in this carrier all the time. Or, if we have other kids, we might start to feel like we're not giving them enough because the baby's needs are so high. There are all of these emotions that surround our motherhood and how we should feel and how we should be acting towards our baby, to the point that a lot of times, even with our dearest, closest friends, people say, "How are you?" And we say, "Oh, I'm okay. I'm tired, but all new moms are." Or, I'm okay, I'm going through it a little bit, but I know that's pretty normal. Or we simply say, "I'm great, how are you?" And we move on, deflecting, talking about ourselves. So let me bring you a little statistic here, which might help you want to dig in a little deeper and a little closer with people who have just had a baby. 1 in 7 moms, 1 in 7. So if you think about your closest group of friends, I can guarantee you there are at least 7 moms in that group of your close friends. One of them has suffered or is suffering and struggling with postpartum anxiety or postpartum depression, or both. 1 in 7, friends. So this is something, and that is what we know just from people coming forth and being vulnerable. Imagine what it might be if we all felt like we could talk about this. So from the end of a mama who is no longer in that newborn phase, remember that postpartum depression and anxiety can last up to 2 years. 2 years after having a new baby, and can go even longer than that if your child still isn't sleeping or requires you to sleep. So I just wanted to shed some light on the normalcy first of that happening. 1 in 7 mamas. This is a big deal. So secondly, if you're one of those mamas, like I was saying, like me, that is out of that phase at this point, I truly believe that we are meant to do this in community. Being a mom was never meant to do by yourself in your home, on your phone, on Facebook. It was meant to do in community with other moms. If Facebook is the only way you can reach out, it is such a blessing to have that type of community. But one-on-one love and affection and talking and encouragement is such a necessary piece of motherhood. We'll talk about that in another video. But if you are one of these moms that's moved out of this phase, look out, be on the lookout for your mama friends or people in your church or your neighbor, whomever it is that you know that has just had a baby within the last year or maybe even 2. Really dive in with them. How are you? Oh, I'm good, just tired. Oh, really? Are you not sleeping? How are things with the baby? And continuing to dig in a little bit, saying, I care and I want to know where you're standing with this. Secondly, if you're a mom who is currently in this, first of all, those 1 in 7 don't always know that is what they're going through. They're feeling funky. They're feeling not right. I don't know about you, but with me, I thought I was just exhausted. I thought that, especially with my 4th baby, with 3 other kiddos, 2 of them 2 and under, and a newborn baby, I just thought I was exhausted. I thought I had pushed myself to the limit, and this was just how it was going to be for a bit, and that it would go away. And I remember reaching out on a Facebook moms group and saying, hey, does anybody know truly, can you give me your insight on what it feels like when you have postpartum depression? Because I'm not sure if I'm just exhausted or if that is truly what I'm going through. And I remember a mama's reply to me, which was, if you're questioning that, if you even think that that may be something that's going on, it most likely is. And I remember just thinking, oh my goodness, that might be correct. And where do I go from here? So let me share really quickly a little bit about what this looks like in me. It looks different in every woman, but just to toss off some of the stigma of, we all know that very deep-rooted postpartum depression can cause really awful things. We've seen the things in the media about moms leaving their babies or hurting their babies, and that is a reality. But that's not always what postpartum depression or anxiety look like. An example of my postpartum anxiety would be that I was so concerned about whether my baby was getting enough to eat or enough sleep, or whether I was taking them somewhere where they could get sick, that when she was sleeping, this was with my 2nd, when she was sleeping, I would stare at the monitor. I would have a hard time going to sleep at night, afraid that she would stop breathing, or she had this intense reflux. I was afraid she would choke on it. I just, if I wasn't near her or around her, I was so afraid something was going to happen. It looked like me not wanting to get out and be around the friends that I've always wanted to be around. I did not really want people around me for multiple reasons. I was exhausted. I didn't have the capability of holding a conversation or supporting anyone else. I didn't want to leave the house if I didn't have to. I was perfectly comfortable cooking and baking and being home with my kiddo, which, of course, for a few weeks, that's a sort of common thing. But we're talking as I got into month 6, month 7, month 8. And the other thing that happened with me was I didn't really want relationship with anyone because I was just so tired. So just looking at those types of things, that is an enormous change from my normal personality. I am an extreme extrovert. I love meeting new people. I need to be out of my house. I need to be around other people. I need my kiddos to be. We love being social. And so something like that, that's an abrupt change from your normal personality. So I just want to say today in closing, postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety are real. They do not have to be theatrical like we see in movies and on the media. They sneak in little ways, telling you you're not enough, telling you you'll never get this right, telling you you'll never sleep again, telling you something's going to happen to your baby. telling you you'll never be able to give all of your kiddos the attention they all need, trying to isolate you from friends and family. So please, let's start this conversation. If you're feeling any of those things, if you have felt any of those things, mamas that are moved out of this phase now, I know lots of you, I'm looking at you. Post in the comments below. Make other mamas feel that this is a safe place. Post there what you went through or what you are currently going through, and what helped. For me, in all vulnerability and honesty, I needed to go on anxiety medication. It was too much. It was just too much for me by my fourth baby, with everything else going on, to manage it. And we need to end the stigma around that as well. We might all need that for a period of time. And if it's an option and something that's going to make us more ourselves and able to be a better mom, it's an okay thing. So just post below if you want to share what you're going through or what you've been through and how you've come out of it. Give encouragement to others, support vulnerability, and remember 1 in 7 of us. So when you head to your mom's group this week, when you look in your Facebook groups, when you head to church this week, when you step outside of your apartment into your apartment lobby, where you see 10 moms there every morning, 1 in 7 of them, and that's just all we know, it's probably more than that, are struggling with this. So let's support one another. Let's reach out to one another. Let's pursue vulnerability. Let's pursue realness. Let's pursue encouraging and supporting one another. Please know if this is something you think you may be struggling with, you can reach out to me privately. You can email me at pam@sleepingbabieshappymamas.com. You can PM me here on Facebook. You can instant message me on Instagram. You can reach out to me any way you want, or simply send that email or call to your doctor. It does not have to be this way. There is hope, there is encouragement, and even if you feel like what you're struggling with isn't big enough to reach out, it is. It can be better. So I love you all. I think you are amazing. I am amazed by you. I love always seeing and hearing from everyone's experience. So let's do this together, mamas. Have a great day and a great week. See you soon.